A few months back, I decided to make a video called Top 5 Most Regretted Motorcycle Modifications, in which I listed 5 modifications that I said I regretted doing to my bike. One of those reasons that I mentioned was doing GP shift back when I had my GSXR 600. Now, my reasoning behind not liking GP shift is because I tried it for one day, which isn't long enough to get used to it. But I thought that even if you did get used to it, the minute you get onto somebody else's bike that was in normal shifting patterns, you wouldn't know what to do and you'd stuff up just as much as when you're learning to do GP shift. Recently, quite a few people have been saying that they don't agree with my opinions at all, and that they have spent the time to get used to GP shift, and now when they ride somebody else's bike in normal shifting, their brain instantly clicks back into old ways and they don't struggle at all. Which got me thinking, is it really that difficult? And maybe I should give it a second try. So that is exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to give GP shifting a second try. I'm going to turn my gear linkage around, and then for the next 5 days I'm going to ride with it like that. Hopefully that is enough time to get used to GP shifting, and on day 6 I'm going to ride another bike in normal GP shifting to see if I do mess up at all. So for those of you that don't know what GP shifting or an upside down gearbox is, it's called GP shifting because this is the way MotoGP riders' gearboxes are. So for regular bikes that have come from the factory, the gearing is like this. You lift your foot up to gear up and down to gear down. Now on GP bikes it is the opposite. You lift your foot up to go down and push your foot down to go up. The reason that they do it is so that they can change up in corners while leaning over at full lean, so they don't scrape their foot when it's under the peg. I used to think that riders on the road purely did it to be like GP riders. And to an extent I still believe that, but quite a few people in the comments had valid reasons for doing it. They said that they could get more positive shifting when doing this. They have more force pushing down to gear up, getting less false neutrals, and when braking it could feel more natural lifting your foot up. With the name like GP shifting, you might think that it is actually expensive technology that only GP riders have access to, but it is actually quite the opposite. A normal bike like this you can do it for free. I've bought along my trusty number 10 spanner, and I'm going to turn my gear linkage around right now and we're going to get going on day 1. And there we go. I turned the gear linkage 180 degrees around the spindle, and now we are officially in GP shift. So let's start it up and let's get going. So the principle is easy. Everything is just back to front. It's upside down from what it used to be, except for first. Obviously first is usually different when you come in from neutral. So now it seems really wrong, but it's actually right to go up into first. So it's taking more mental capacity than usual, but we'll get there. I think I'm going to be pretty reluctant to change gears. We'll try second right now, down into second. There we go. Oh, that feels so strange, but at the same time pretty good. I think I'm going to be reluctant to change gears because it's going to be different from usual. And the cool thing about this bike, now we're going to go up into second for the speed bump, and I missed first. The cool thing about this bike is that you could ride anywhere you ever wanted to. Come on, go into first. You could ride anywhere you ever wanted to in about second gear, or even first if you had to. It would just be revving really high. So interestingly enough, I thought that rev matching would be difficult because for years I've got the coordination down to do it one way, and now we're doing it, there you go, neutral. Now we're doing it the other way, but the coordination isn't actually a problem. For day 1 I've chosen to ride around here because it is a very quiet place. There's pretty much no traffic, and the reason I did that is because on day 1 all my energy is going to be focused on which way around the gears are and to try and not stuff it up. Then on the next few days we'll start to try and find traffic, because then all my energy won't be focused just on the gearing. But for now I think this is the safer approach. Another thing that I'm going to focus on in this test is riding fairly slowly and sort of in the middle of the rev range, not revving it too high, because my fear is that if I'm high up in the rev range and I do stuff up a gear change, I go down instead of up, then I'm going to blow up the engine. So upshifting feels pretty natural already. It's changing down a gear, pulling up that feels quite strange. To try and hook your foot under, that doesn't feel nice, but pushing down I can definitely see why. And at the moment my foot naturally wants to be at the top of the gear lever when I come to a stop, because usually when I'm stopped I keep pushing it down to make sure I'm still in first gear. So now if I do that I'd just be changing up and up and up. So that's going to take some getting used to, but we'll get there. This is only day 1. But anyway, that was a successful first day. I haven't messed up too much. I'm already starting to feel the benefits. So let's head on to the next few days in GP shift. And so my 5 days in GP shifting began. 5 days that I assumed would be full of missed shifts and frustration. But after day 1, I started to think that this wouldn't be so difficult after all. But then day 2 began, the most eventful day of the 5. Starting off with me completely forgetting that my gearbox had been turned on its head. At the first stop street, I realized I had pulled off in second gear, thinking I was pushing the lever down into first gear. The surprising thing was that the R6 didn't even flinch when I unknowingly pulled off in second gear. And for some strange reason, this made me love the R6 even more. But with my mind jolted back into reality, it was a fun-filled ride with a fair number of missed shifts, including me shifting down into first gear by accident when overtaking a car, which resulted in a rude awakening. I also met 2 guys who were extremely taken with my GoPro and wanted to be on TV, but since they had no interest in my GP shift regime, I politely rode away. The biggest challenge in changing gears had nothing to do with my inverted gearbox, and everything to do with my new boots. I still haven't quite got the hang of nudging the lever up in my boots without hooking the kickstand, but that's another whole issue on its own. I think day 2 was the worst day physically, but it was the day that I started to understand and fall in love with the positive gear changing feeling. It just might be that racers are onto something after all. So although my riding wasn't the best on day 2, the ending result was still positive. And along rolled day 3, where it was like my mind had finally caught up with what I was trying to achieve. It was almost like second nature. My foot naturally went to the correct side of the lever at the appropriate time. I rode closer to the red line without as much fear of changing down a gear accidentally, and my mess-ups could be counted on a single hand. It was a day I would call a success, but day 4 was really the day that I became a natural and finally felt comfortable with my bike in GP shift. It went so well and I was so confident that I decided to shorten the experiment to only 4 days, meaning the next day was the day that I would see if all of this was a waste of time and ruined my riding, or if I'd been wrong the whole time and that GP shift was amazing, even when riding friends' bikes. Option 2 seemed the more likely one. Okay, so my 5 days in GP shifting are now over, and this is day 6. I'm back where I started with a bike in regular shifting. And originally I wanted to bring the R1, but unfortunately it isn't finished in time, so I decided to bring this instead. This is the beastly CBR 125, and I already know what you're thinking. Really? A 125? But this experiment has nothing to do with horsepower, so these 12 right here are going to be perfect for the job. And if anything, this bike is perfect because the one thing it can't do is go into GP shift. Here is the gear lever, and if we follow the linkage, it ends up on the spindle, which, as you can probably see, cannot be flipped around. So there's your proof that this is in fact in regular shifting. So let's jump on the bike and see how I get on with it after 5 days in GP shift. So I did already ride the bike here, obviously in regular shifting because it can't be changed, and I had 0 problems getting here whatsoever. With this being a slower revving bike, I think it gives you more time to think about your next gear change, and therefore I haven't had as many mistakes. I think on a high revving 600 where you have less time to think about your next gear change because it revs out so quickly, I may have made more mistakes, but more to the point, I think that years of riding in regular shifting has actually paid off because I didn't think twice about it. I just got on and rode. And I'm starting to completely agree with what commenters were saying about it doesn't matter if your bike's in GP shift when you ride a friend's bike, because that's not what you're focused on. When you get on a new bike, you're already focusing on where the clutch starts to pull, what the gearbox feels like, how it handles, all those little things that we don't even know we're thinking about. So a gearbox being in a different direction doesn't actually matter. We adjust to it just as quickly as where a new clutch starts to pull. So it turns out that I've lost quite a few enjoyable miles in GP shifting because I made a wrong assumption. And the moral of the story for me is to not make an assumption before trying something, especially if it's something that you can do for free like this. And to be honest, I'm probably gonna keep my bike in GP shifting after this video. Probably not indefinitely, but for the time being, because it has been a lot of fun. So let me know down in the comments if you ride in GP shifting or if this video has changed your mind. And if you have a friend that is not yet convinced of GP shifting, share this video with them and hopefully it might change their mind. But if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to hit the like button like it is your starter button. And if you want to see more motorcycle content like this, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next ride.